So let's go to Alisha Ketter now. Alisha, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Members of the committee, thank you for having us. I'd like to offer a slightly different perspective. My name is Alisha Ketter, and I'm a resident of Reno, Nevada. I'm a professional software architect for a Fortune 500 company. I am a wife and a mother of two. My daughter sits next to me, and she'll be speaking next. I'm also a firearms instructor here with the Women's Shooting Academy. I currently hold 5 NRA instructor ratings, and I'm certified to instruct students and certify them to receive their CCW permits in 4 states. I fully support this bill, as it would remedy a number of challenges that I face every single day. I'm accompanied here by my husband and my two children, who are also impacted by this proposal. In the fall, my son will be attending the University of Nevada, Reno. And under the current law, I would be forced to park off campus in an arguably dangerous neighborhood and walk unarmed to any campus event or even to visit my son. While on campus, I am offered only a blue call box and the hope of a nearby campus police officer to assist me if I need it. I am not satisfied with that option. Likewise, my daughter attends a local elementary school where there is no off-campus parking available to me to park my car and disarm and then go on campus. So I must drive a long distance to and from her school unarmed through both rural and urban areas. I have yet to see an armed school police officer on her campus. Both situations have effectively denied me the right to protect myself and my family. They have also endangered the lives of my children, since according to the Crime Prevention Research Center, 92% of mass shootings occur in these gun-free zones. In the event of a shooting, my children and their teachers will be defenseless, left to huddle in a dark room and pretend that they aren't there. The CPRC showed that only 8% of mass public shootings occurred in places where citizens have guns for self-defense. Even attending this meeting today has rendered me unarmed, as the current legislation grants the director of the Legislative Council Bureau the sole authority to deny me the right to carry my firearm in this building. I petitioned the current director for permission to carry my firearm here, and I was repeatedly denied. The director, in turn, recommended that I leave my firearm in my car and tried to comfort me by saying that the legislative police make their rounds regularly. I would like to remind you that this solution was not very reassuring to the staff here when an incident with Assemblyman Stephen Brooks occurred last year. He made threats against other members of this very body. He was ultimately arrested and convicted of felony gun charges. I know of at least 4 staff members in this building who obtained their CCW permits in order to protect themselves as a direct result of Mr. Brooks' threats. This clearly illustrates the fact that threats can come from the most unlikely of places. Opponents of this bill would have us rely on law enforcement officers' response in an emergency. But as you may know, the Supreme Court ruled in Warren versus the District of Columbia that officers have no duty to protect individuals. In fact, they do not have a duty to provide any police services or even respond to a 911 call. I asked this committee and the bill opponents why they would force me to surrender my responsibility for my safety to a police officer who has no duty to protect me. Please tell me how disarming me protects you, my children, or the public. I stand here today completely unarmed and at the mercy of anyone who defies the paper signs at the entrance of this building and means us harm. I am forced to relinquish my right to choose my method of protection. I implore you, do not be swayed by the emotional rhetoric that has been paid for by New York billionaire Michael Bloomberg. What could he possibly know about how us Nevadans live? Do not be fooled by the racially charged and factually inaccurate claims we have heard in several of these committees, paid for by Mr. Bloomberg via Every Town. Nevada is not every town. Nevada is battle-born. Nevada means home. Please right this wrong and do not continue to disarm and endanger the citizens of Nevada. I urge you to pass this bill. After all, even California has an exemption for CCW carriers to carry on campus. We can't be outdone by them.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ketter. Ms. Ketter, Sarah, would you like to testify at this time?
I am Sarah Ketter. I live in Reno, Nevada. I am an elementary school student. Both my parents are CCW permit holders. I want to know my mom is able to protect me in troubling situations, anywhere, anytime. If that takes place at a school, I want to know she won't be faced with charges for pulling her gun to protect me. My mom is my first responder. When I walk out of school, I want to know I'm protected, that I can walk to my car knowing no one is going to kidnap me, that my parents and teachers can protect me if anything happens. This bill will give me that security. When the time comes that I go to college, I want to know that I can choose to, that if I choose to protect myself, I won't be considered a criminal for doing so. When I'm of age and I have my CCW, I should be able to walk with a gun on my side and feel secure. It reassures me to know my parents are skilled to protect me. It gives me comfort to have my family at home and know that I'm safe. To have my dad see me when I come home and know I'm safe without a scratch. To know as soon as I leave home, I can protect myself, whether that be when I'm a college student with a CCW and carry on my own, or when I am with my mom and she can protect me. This bill could save my life someday. Please consider that as you make your decision. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to allow the proponents to continue until 10 to 10, and then I will allow I have 9 people that will testify in opposition. Don't run off yet, which will take us to 5 after 11 if they use it all up. I'm trying to get everybody in on both sides equal time. So I have 3 more people, and I've got about